Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to have a new Bitcoin theory of when it actually can go to an all-time high and when altcoins will actually run. And this is like just a theory, so it's good as anyone else's guess, but it's going to be based on total hash rate. Now, generally, Bitcoin hash rate does kind of follow price. And the thing is, like you can see May here, it actually went to 180, but then it crashed because of the whole China thing. We don't have the China thing anymore, so it's not going to crash afterwards this time. At least I don't believe it will, unless there's something else. So right now, the maximum hash rate actually occurred at about 180.666 terahashes. Right now, we're about at 162. We did come down a little bit from 166, but that's just like, slight movement. You can see that even though the price went down, the hash rate did not actually go down like it did here. So it looks actually to be temporary right now. And it's actually recovering right now for the hash rate. So going at this rate, we are roughly about 23, 24 off. So so we have to retrace back here to around 140. So this was basically October, October 12th, somewhere between really like October 1st and October 12th. So that is roughly like maybe 2 months, a little less than 2 months where we are right now. So if we actually increase the same rate, we should actually be at the maximum hash rate at around 2 months from now, which would be roughly February 4th. Now at that time, since we have the maximum hash rate, we could go for another parabolic run. So if we have the parabolic run happen at like beginning of February-ish for Bitcoin, the rest of the altcoins could actually have their run start maybe like around February 10th. And that's kind of a day you should actually look for if you're looking at the hash rate. Yes, it sucks that we won't get it before the new year according to this theory, but you know what? If you can't wait for 2 months, if you really can't wait for 2 months to actually make a lot of money, then you probably shouldn't be in this market in the first place. But the thing is, like, this is just another theory, but it's actually based on certain hash rates. And generally, we know that, like, when Bitcoin gets to like a new high in hash rate, it does generally get to a new point in price because price does actually follow hash rate. Either if one causes the other or the other causes one, I don't exactly know. But if you actually look at that, on November 16th or 17th, we started going down. And we did kind of like start going down a little bit in price there as well. And as you can see, like we had only a slight dip, like starting on November 30th. And that was actually before we had that big dip yesterday. So I think like right now, what we're seeing is like it's actually pointing back up. And I do think we'll cross 50,000 again. But right now, like if I look at the hash rate theory, I'm really looking at like beginning of February as a new peak maybe for Bitcoin, or beginning of February as a new run point for Bitcoin. Maybe like us peaking 1 or 2 weeks later, maybe mid-February, and then like perhaps like the altcoins starting to run maybe February 10th. And maybe then ending the run maybe like around February 25th or end of February. And that would be the end of the cycle right there, which would be beginning of March. And that would be like when people actually start to sell, looking at this new hash theory that I just made up. Now, yes, I did just make it up. I did just say that. I'm basically just looking at numbers from the Bitcoin hash rate. These are not obviously like proven or anything. You can't really prove the future because you don't have a crystal ball. But people are always looking for new theories. And this is another one to take into consideration because price and hash rate are always correlated so closely. It definitely could be, a factor to actually indicate. Unless there's some magical thing that makes the hash rate go down the last couple of months of the year, which I really don't think there is. I think that's it. And obviously you can see we dumped from May until July pretty heavily, and we dumped really heavily in terms of hash rate too. So both like hash rate fell because of the China thing and price fell due to the same thing, due to the same reasons. This time, this time I don't think we'll dump that much because essentially like from October, which is where we were at the max, the dump in hash rate really wasn't that severe, and you don't really see that kind of a slope in the dump in hash rate because there wasn't like a whole China fear thing. So I do believe like we will actually slowly start to go up now, and I think we might actually max out in like maybe sometime in February right now, according to this hash rate theory. So that's the new theory. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.